Hello and welcome to Sahara TV live in New York City. My name is Omoyele Shore, and as we promised earlier, we're taking on the controversy over the introduction of 5,000 naira bills in Nigeria by the Central Bank of Nigeria. As you are all aware, the Central Bank Governor and the Nigerian presidency has approved and given a go-ahead to produce these huge local currency bills. And so today we decided that we'll have you have a say about this. But before we turn on the Skype calls, we want to talk to the leader of the protests during the week, Dino Melaye, who led the group of Nigerians to the headquarters of the Central Bank of Nigeria in Abuja and protested against the introduction of the 5,000 bills. Hello, Dino Melaye. You're welcome to Sahara TV.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes. So tell our viewers why you decided that this is not a good monetary policy for Nigeria.
Yes, I'll start by saying that it's not just that the policy is not very good experience, but it's another way of doing corruption, or fertilizing corruption, or promoting corruption, and actually enforcing. To start with, the Central Bank of Nigeria is appropriating and reprobating, while the Central Bank is talking about a cashless economy, while the Central Bank of Nigeria is talking about 115 the limit for daily withdrawal from while the Central Bank of Nigeria is talking about electronic banking, and then on the other hand, they are now trying to introduce a 5,000 naira note, of which a bundle of it is 500,000. I want to see this as a it's not just a policy somersault. It's first time any responsible institution we have a policy that have no alternatives. All policies should have alternatives. What is the Central Bank of Nigeria's alternative to the introduction of 5,000 naira notes? We have developed and graduated 20 naira to 50 naira, from 50 naira to 100 naira, from 100 naira to 200, from 200 to 500, and then we have a naira notes. Now, I want to say this: what is the positive concomitant effect on the economy? What is the advantage of all this graduation from 20 naira to 1,000 naira, or inflation, or the value of the naira? I want to say absolutely zero. Rather, it has devalued our currency, rather it has brought poverty and hunger to the land. And I want to say that the introduction of the 5,000 naira will do no difference. So automatically, the 5,000 naira note is acceptable to Nigerians because we know that it will promote money, it will promote corruption, it will promote terrorist financing, and enhance bribery in Nigeria. So automatically, and if you look at the colossal on this tariff adventure, you will know that this amount of injected in the national hospital alone, the Nigerians will have no need to travel to Egypt or India for relaxation.
Let me quickly jump in there, because you have been in the National Assembly you were there for several years, and you know that bribery and corruption of, say, Nigerian lawmakers is no longer conducted in Naira. So what's the big deal about $5,000 when actually you can bribe with bundles of $100 notes that are clearly available in a large quantity when bribery is at work?
Yes, I want to say to you, Mr. Shore, that corruption in the economy, and that is the reason why they are yet to file the case against Farouk Lawabi. Money was given in dollars. Nigeria is a new economy, and you should not dollars in fines or the saving or in the treasury, in the MDA, talking about ministry, departments, and agencies of government. So automatically, the introduction of note will ease and encourage corruption, because it will not. I mean, as a city, you can have 10 million naira. You can carry 10 million naira on your body. And in next days, or 5,000 naira notes, we are saying bye-bye to 20 naira, 5 naira, and 10 naira that will now become coins. Nigerians do not appreciate coins, and apart from not even appreciating coins, what should happen to the historic faces of Nigerians on the 5 naira, 10 naira, and 20 naira notes. We have on the 20 naira in Nigeria. We have the face of General Murtala Mohammed. In the military revolutionaries who try to do a best in building a new Nigeria. We have 10 naira notes. A very, very historic Nigerian. Of Nigeria, Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. So now, by moving their faces and returning those, automatically you are also saying you are diffusing their historical perspective in this country. Apart from that political angle of it, it will reduce the purchasing power of the naira. Because once you go to if you go to any supermarket or any shop or market to make purchases, if you are giving coins to people, they will not accept it. They will speak to you. So Ludo introduced coins in 2007. And I want to say that no Nigerian has seen that follow the street because people don't want to take it out of the banks. So if you now say you are doing the same thing, I don't understand.
Some of the questions people ask, going on your side now is, why is the introduction of a new currency a priority for the Nigerian government at this time when there are, millions and thousands of issues that are competing for attention?
Yes, the truth of the matter is that the country, the government, this particular government, the government is not only sick, but from what I call a great congenital abnormality. The government have lost focus, the government have lost direction. Nigeria can be described as a cabin by a single driver because the introduction of the notes, will that provide pipeline water? Will that provide electricity? Will that provide infrastructure? We need bill rate and per liter. Will it build all things for us? No, it will have no positive resultant on the standard of living or even on Nigerians as a people. So automatically it is just I think what they want to benefit from is in the money, the total amount of money printing this 5,000 note, and it will be a continuous process.
Let me also ask, what was the outcome of your protest? Did you get the CBN authorities to talk to the protesters? Did they agree with you? Did they disagree with you? Did you get any attention?
You're breaking it again.
No, I'm asking, during your protest, did you get any attention in such a way that you felt that the protest was a success?
Yes, we were there when they noticed that we were not leaving the rain and we are not going to leave until the Central Bank of Nigeria officially respond to us. Later, the Deputy Governor of Central Bank, Precious, the number 2 man in Central Bank, came to the management team of Central Bank to address us. And we gave them a petition which they promised to look into and get back to us, and we give them 7 days to respond to us or the different treatment. The truth of the matter is that the corruption in the whole saga is from the money, the printing of 5,000 notes. As I said, the Australian government officially have communicated Nigerians and even paid some Australians and a particular company that collected a bribe in the printing of the 10 naira and 20 naira notes during some indicted some Nigerians, including the Central Bank governor, some management staff of Central Bank, the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria was indicted in the report. But we have not heard anything from media, banking, we have not seen any prosecution. And I want to say, as a result of print new 5 naira, 10 naira, and 20 naira notes as it were then automatically the same is about to repeat itself again. They want to print new notes so that they can generate money from the printing, from the contract of the printing of this money. And the excuse from Central Bank is that 7 billion naira will be saved from by printing the 5 naira note. But the question here is this. It's actually very, very laughable. The Central Bank of Nigeria, what they're trying to do is to place the patient on chemotherapy even before discovering cancer. The truth of the matter is 7 billion, by 7 billion, what Nigerians are losing to corruption is in trillions.
Yeah. Let me also ask, because apparently in January you were the one who sparked off what is now popularly known as Occupy Nigeria, when you led a bunch of, a group of young people to start a petition signing ceremony that eventually led to your arrest, and the whole Nigeria went on fire. And now you are leading Occupy Central Bank, and there's a whole replication of Occupy, Occupy, Occupy. Do you think the Occupy movement has achieved much in terms of making impact in Nigeria, for example? Because Nigeria, we thought it was going to experience a revolution, but it didn't happen.
I would say that to the extent we have achieved we achieved some possibilities, because if we did not occupy in January, there will be no subsidy probe. And if there is no subsidy, we will not know about the subsidy thieves. And we will not know that billions of them will be stolen. Unfortunately, we got betrayed by this by labor movement in January. How correct, because we are now doing our probe before it does labor. So it will not be hijacked by labor, so that people will rationalize their consciences and motivate the process and eventually support Nigerians. And I want to say that this occupying will continue, because in less than 10 days, by the grace of God, we are occupying the now. Asking Okojo Iweala to come out and explain to Nigeria, the Minister of Justice said some money that by the oil thieves, who returned how much, and out of how much they returned what. And after returning it, is at the end of the matter, because if that is the end, they just refund money and they go back home, they automatically, the prisons open for all prisoners to be let loose. Because if you catch a thief and that does not stop prosecution. So we want to know, because returning money is an admittance of guilt, and that should be the yardstick for the prosecution in court. So we are occupying by we have given her 10 days to respond and publicize the names of Nigerians that have funded companies and Nigerians. Go ahead with our prosecution. She failed to do that.
Dino, yeah. Let me digress a little bit, which is the criticism of the Occupy movement in Nigeria. As you have read so many times, you particularly have been under blistering attack that you are too executive and too elite to even lead any form of movement that will lead to a revolution. That this is just a reformist kind of movement. You are all interested in the publicity involved in it, and if you were to get out of hand, you guys have no capacity to handle anything bigger than just this small occasional protest. How do you respond to that?
I'll start by saying that was the example of minds. Evolution anywhere in the world is being led. A blind man cannot lead a blind man, and a poor man cannot lead a poor man. I want to say that if I am being estimated as somebody living above, I want to say never in my life do any government contract.
Yeah.
I have never in my life done any big government. I have never stolen a call from government. I want to say that if I had illegal or corrupt tendencies, not be doing what I'm doing, because by now I think the only thing government is here to find out about me is possibly where my center was buried. Of the most investigated Nigerians, they have found nothing against me, and that's why I am still striving, I am still speaking in an unjust society.
So what is next, Honorable Dino? What is next? Yes. What should Nigerians and the rest of the world expect next from your organization and the movement that you are leading?
What we should expect next is Egyptian treatment. It happened in Tunisia, it happened in Libya, it happened in Egypt. And I want to say that Jonathan is not or Mubarak. And I want to say him Mubarak, force of the people, Jonathan's government will also fall. Except this government becomes born again and retract their steps and start punishing start doing us good governance is that is what we are looking for. We will give this government a decent treatment. We are going to do everything within the confines of the law, make sure that we hold this government responsible and accountable to the people. The matter is much. We have graduated from billions from millions and billions now to trillions. We cannot sit down and keep quiet. This is the only country in Nigeria, and we cannot allow these financial capitals and economic reforms to continue to Nigeria. For me, is a matter of no retreat to surrender. And we are not going to retreat, we are not going to. We will continue to fight them and to get them, because power truly belongs to the people. At the end of the day, the voice of the people will be the voice of them. The second form of government or selected leaders in this country, they are above the people. The people will definitely take over who have come to destroy it. And I don't actually give much trust to those big minds who try to start our attention by saying, Dino Melaye is rich, Dino Melaye is driving the process. What does that got to do with the struggle? And then I'm to
but Honorable Dino, we can barely hear you, and we understand that it is because a lot of telecom masts in Nigeria have been taken down in recent days by the very violent sect Boko Haram. But I'm sure that people have heard some of what you have had to say, and we'll definitely continue to cover and follow your protest and give it as much coverage as the Nigerian people might desire. And we hope that you also keep us updated, and we'd love to have you back on the show. Thank you for coming on Sahara TV.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
All right. Have a nice weekend. Viewers, it's been Dino Melaye, who is the leader of the Anti-Corruption Network in Nigeria, leading young people to protest against bad economic policy by the Nigerian government, especially the recent one by the Nigerian Central Bank, introducing a huge Naira note, 5,000. Up until now, 1,000 Naira was the biggest note. Now they're moving from 1,000 to 5,000. Nigerians, led by Mr. Dino, are saying no to this policy. So when we come back, we'll have more for you. Please do not go away. There's a lot more to come on our show today.